Prime time local news, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
With the COVID-19 pandemic, more businesses and restaurants have had to make many changes to the way that they do business. Our Jasmine King chatted with one local restaurant on the measures they're taking in order to still offer their food to the public.
I'm joined here with Ash K. Nate. He is a franchisee at Domino's in Lloydminster, and since the COVID-19 pandemic really began, you guys have been changing a lot of the ways that your business has been running.
Yes, it has been, and obviously quite a few changes, not quite a few, a large changes we have made. And it was very difficult, definitely overwhelming in the beginning, but I guess we are into third week now and look like everybody has accepted that changes. And I think that's a new normal now.
And then you guys have been kind of doing stuff different with your deliveries, such as contactless deliveries.
So here is what we have as a corporate. We made the change. If you see on our Facebook or on our website, instead of using the word contactless, we have made it zero contact. So that make it very clear for the customer when they make an order online, or they understand that that is how we're gonna do. And I think it's good for everyone. Customer like it. Our staff has been trained very well on that. So now we are doing good on that.
And why did you think, like, yes, with everything going on, that it's important to do this? What was some of the biggest measures that you guys had to change?
In store, we have done, like as I mentioned in my view, that food safety is our main. But having said that, safety of our staff members and our customers is now utmost priority. So we have created a touch point cleaning list that we follow every hour regardless. That starts from door handles to the switches, even pen we use, everything where we think that people can touch. We have that on our every hour sanitization list.
And so you kind of just mentioned this, but in store, you guys are taking a lot of different measures as well, cleaning almost all the time. Do you think it's really important for the customers to know that?
Yes, they do, because at the end of the day, they should know that from where they are buying their food from. So we want to make sure each and every our customer that they don't have to worry about anything. Even our drivers, like say once our food is cooked 465 Fahrenheit, that's when they come out of the oven. Nobody touched that food. It's straight going into the bar, going to the delivery bags, and straight to their door. Even our drivers carry hand sanitizer, light wipes with them in their car. So when they get out of the car, they sanitize their hands. When they get in, they sanitize. Even they sanitize the door handles, steering wheels every time.
And for somebody who didn't know, let's say they ordered a pizza and they got it for delivery, how would the process really change for them?
So like now, as I mentioned, when they order online, definitely they see we are offering zero contact delivery. But if somebody called and placed an order over the phone, we tell them that, hey, we are doing zero contact delivery now. This is how it's going to be. So our driver has a little stool they carry with them. When they get to the door, they ring the bell or they call the customer. Then they put a stool like 2 meters away from the customer entrance, put their order on the stool. And once they get back 2 meters, customer pick up their pizza and they come back. So I think everybody understand now. So it's not a big problem.
Okay, well, this is a really great idea, and thank you so much for joining us today.
No, thank you so much. And probably down the line, we are coming up with some new measures, because now every week, as a Domino's, as a corporate, as a franchisee like me and everybody else, we have every week we have a webinar meeting. We share the practice, what everybody does in their market. So there is quite a few other changes, hopefully coming as well, if we think that is not enough.
Okay, well, thank you so much for this.
Thank you so much.
Thanks
for having me. Thank you.
Stay with us. More primetime local news coming up after the break.
Furniture set and design supplied by Furniture Gallery and Furniture House, downtown Lloydminster.
Welcome back. Abby St. John talked with Wendy Sidoric from the Lloydminster Canettes to see how they're celebrating Easter after having to cancel their Easter extravaganza.
Today, I'm joined here with Wendy Sidoric, the membership director for Canettes here in Lloydminster, and today we're going to be talking about a fun little Easter activity that they have going on. They've had to remodel it due to the coronavirus, but it still sounds like it's going to be a fun activity. Tell me a little bit about what the Easter yard decorating activity is that the Canettes are throwing this year.
All right, so because we weren't able to host our Easter extravaganza, we decided to put part of our budget towards buying some prizes from local businesses so that families can still get out and have fun and do something in their yard. So what we're proposing is that people send us pictures of their yards, their windows, whatever they have to decorate for Easter. And then we have 3 prizes. We'll have a $50 gift card from Art Soul Life, a basket from Walking on Water, as well as an Easter basket of chocolate and candies and goodies from the Bulk Barn. And so we just want people to get out, decorate their yards, and send us their pictures. They can send the pictures to lloydcanettes@outlook.com, and photos need to be submitted by Wednesday, April 8th, at 6 p.m. Once we have all the pictures in, we'll upload them to our Facebook site, the Canet Club of Lloydminster. And then people can go on and vote for their favorite yard, their favorite window, whatever it is that you have to decorate. And then first place gets to pick out whatever prize they want, and second and third and so on.
Now, this sounds like an awesome activity, especially for the kids. And since the coronavirus has kind of taken over the world, a lot of events have been canceled. Like you just said, you did have to cancel your Easter extravaganza. Why was it important to have something to replace it so that kids can still get involved with Easter?
Well, Kid Canada's motto is serving your community's greatest needs. And so at this moment, we know there's a lot of need in the community, but we still need to be looking for something positive and something fun, something to get people involved with. And, it's just not hear all the bad news. It would be really a good way to get everyone involved.
And so just tell me a little bit about the process that people have to go again. So they have to decorate their yards or their windows, and then they have to send a picture. What are kind of the details in that? Like, where do they have to send it? And if they have any questions regarding it, where can they go to find those answers?
All right, so you can send your pictures to lloydcanettes@outlook.com. And we have the event running up on our Facebook page, the Canet Club of Lloydminster. You can find us there. We have an open group. Once all the pictures are received, you can vote on which is your favorite, and whoever gets the most likes will get to pick their prize.
All right. Well, that sounds amazing. And it's, again, another activity for kids to get involved in, especially with Easter coming around the corner. There's obviously not any events coming or going on. So this is definitely a fun way to get them still involved and to maybe make their own decorations to put up so that they have stuff to do during the week. It's awesome that you guys have decided to replace the event, unfortunately, having to cancel the extravaganza. So I guess really quickly before we wrap up, what are kind of the things that the Canettes are looking for when they see the pictures? What kind of decorations or, how creative can people get with this?
Can do anything. Obviously, we're going to have snow for a while. So if you want to make a snow bunny outside, do some painting in your yard. If you have trees, if you just have a window, decorate your window the best that you can. We're just looking for a lot of different creativity, and then it's up to the public to vote on their favorites.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking time out and doing this interview with me. And hopefully people can get into the Easter spring spirit and see some very nicely decorated houses and yards. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for your time.
Thanks.
Our Jace Mackey spoke with the president and CEO of Lakeland College to find out how staff and students have been impacted by COVID-19.
And so I just wanted to talk a little bit about staff. So are most of the staff at Lakeland College working remotely from home?
So most of them are. The essential services are the staff that are on campus. All faculty are working from home and remotely. So they would be finishing up, this is April 2nd, so they'll be finishing up their coursework and probably busy right now with students.
That's awesome. And for students, maybe they were having some technical problem. What kind of stuff has Lakeland been doing to try and accommodate something that obviously they weren't really planning for?
Well, like I said, our IT department has stepped up in ways that I would have never even imagined. They are being able to deal with some computers remotely, just doing a great job of that. So students are getting the help they need. Our staff are getting the help, and for sure the faculty are. In fact, there was just an email circulating this morning of just really giving shout out to IT and what it's done for Lakeland and how people who are working remotely all through our region, because our people aren't just from Lloydminster or Vermilion, they're from all over. So to be able to get those connections, it's been amazing, and they've been able to work through the little hiccups that you have in the rural communities. So
Yeah,
that's
sure.
we're working through that too.
That's awesome. And are there still any students on campus, like if they need maybe computers or something, or is it totally kind of shut down?
The students have access to our Learning Commons where there's computers if they need it. So there are some students who may not have computers and they're using college computers. And again, we're practicing the social distancing and making sure there's no more than 15 in our Learning Commons and following everything that AHS has sent out for us to do. So we'll make sure that that's been adhered to, trying to keep our community and Lakeland staff and students as safe as we can. That's our top priority.
And talking a little bit about students, this is obviously maybe adding some stress in their lives. Is there any resources for students of Lakeland College that are trying to cope with a new reality?
There are. We have a lot of resources online. We've been running a 24/7 resource system for them already, but I would say that some of the areas that have been stepped up are, just what do you do in these disruptive times, and providing the opportunity to talk to somebody if they need to. So the resources are there if they want to reach out.
All right, that's awesome. And is there anything else you want to add that we didn't get to touch on yet?
For sure. What I want to do is say is this disasters aren't new to Lakeland College. In 1918, with the Spanish flu, the Lakeland College was used as a military hospital. In World War II, when that happened, Lakeland College was used as a military base for Canadian women. So we continue in 2020 to do what we can to serve our region, take care of our students, and take care of our staff. And we'll continue to try to provide the most normal experience we can in this uncertain journey that we can for our students, our staff, and our community, so that they can see that Lakeland's doing their part in trying to help in these unprecedented times.
That's awesome. And thank you so much for talking with me, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Perfect.
You too, Jace.
Now here's a look at your closing markets.
Today's oil prices are brought to you by First General Services.
Welcome back. Our Eric Bay sits down with Josie Van Lent of Lakeland College, the recipient of this year's Western Canadian Dairy Seminar Award of Merit.
I'm joined today by Josie Van Lent of Lakeland College, who's just won the Western Canadian Dairy Seminar Award of Merit. First off, Josie, congratulations, and take me through, I guess, how you found out and what it was like to win.
Sure. Well, I was definitely surprised. I Still don't know who nominated me, so whoever that may be, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm clearly very honored and humbled to have won that award. I do share it, Eric, with many of my colleagues here at Lakeland, actually with all of my colleagues in the School of Agriculture, specifically our animal science team that works on the dairy side with our program head and with our team on the farm, and particularly our Dairy Learning Center staff. And really, truly, this award belongs to them. Also acknowledge Jeff Brown, our Associate Dean. In the last 2 years, Jeff's been doing great work with our dairy team, both on the academic side and in the Dairy Learning Center. So really, this award for me isn't really for me. It's for all of the people I work with who've worked so hard to make our dairy program what it is today.
And now it is obviously a group effort out at Lakeland College. So just take me through what it is like to be out working there with everyone and what it is like to share this award with them.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we have a generally, relative to other post-secondaries, probably a little bit of a complicated model in our student-managed farm, which really requires all the different teams to work well. And thankfully that happens. Our farm team is terrific. Our Dairy Learning Center staff need to work very closely with our academic staff in that we use the barn as part of our learning to meet our learning outcomes with our students. So our students are really embedded in managing the barn, which requires those two teams to work really well, and they do. And I think, during this time of COVID, we at Lakeland have been incredibly proud of our team. And, it's always in tough times like this when you realize what your team is all about. And our team really has come through. Within 3 days, we were offering programming online to our students. We're able to complete all of our courses and programs this year, albeit not in the way that we'd hoped or that our students had hoped. They love to be on campus, and that's all changed, but we will get our students, our cohort, graduated this year. So yeah, and that's all kudos to a terrific team.
That is great to hear, especially in times like these. And now, obviously, at the school, you guys also do a ton of work with the industry as well. So just talk on how beneficial that is to the students to see that and work hand in hand with the industry.
Yeah, I'm so glad you brought that up. We work very closely with all of the industries in agriculture, beef, crop, sheep, and all of the other industries. And in this case particularly, we've worked well with the dairy industry. They've been very embracing of Lakeland, and I want to acknowledge Alberta Milk, who actually have contributed to the barn in a significant way through quota, and who also, their Dairy Research and Extension Committee, Gazenas Martins, J.P. Bowers, and others on dairy farmers involved with their Dairy Research and Extension Committee helped us plan the barn and worked with our students and ourselves in planning the barn that would be important to the industry from a training and research perspective. Also, Mike Slump, who works at Alberta Milk, continues to work with us, and both on the research side and academic side. We also work very closely with DRECA, which is a consortium of research and extension and academic institutions in the province. So the University of Alberta, the Alberta Vet Medical Association, University of Calgary Vet School, ourselves, Alberta Milk, and others across the prairies. And so the industry's been really terrific for us to work with, and I think it's a very good example of how post-secondary should work with industry.
Once again, congratulations on winning the award, and thank you for taking the time and speaking with me today.
That's going to do it for this edition of Primetime Local News. Thanks for joining us. Have yourselves a great night.